Hi everybody, I wanted to take a little bit of time to give an introduction to Towns. He's a own son of Gunners Tinseltown and out of a daughter of Nu Chex To Cash. This gilding we do absolutely everything from letting our niece ride him, who's a very beginner rider, rides well but very beginner rider that needs a really nice safe horse. He's a gilding that we use in the roping pen, to the trails, to just going out and doing the reining maneuvers. He's really an easy horse to ride that's laid back. This is him, this is his disposition, but it is still easy to get him to move forward and ride very, very nice with very little pressure. He's going to sell the second weekend in March at the Rancho Rio Horse Sale right here in our hometown, Wickenburg, Arizona. I think that there's a lot of people that could use this horse, from the horse show world to the roping events to someone that just wants a really nice horse to go ride inside or out of the arena. So once again, it's at the Rancho Rio Horse Sale, second weekend in March. You can always get a hold of us at turnerperformancehorses.com, email at turnerperfhorse@aol.com, or you can always give us a call, 406-381-2347, to schedule an appointment to come try him, talk about him, whatever you'd like to do there. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
It was mid-July, the year that I turned 10. That summer dust blowed red in Texas skies. Day and night the hot wind blowed, but what I remember most was the look I can't forget in Daddy's eyes. He said the yellow coat's our first one that I know, and after 2 long years we both have watched him grow. But the pastures all have died and McClellan creeks run dry. Son, I've got to sail Bandito Go. Bandito Go. Think of all the mighty rivers we have crossed and all the mountains we have climbed. Bandito Go. Think of all the outlaw bands we have captured single-handed in our mind. That spring we got to rain, with thunderstorms and buckets full it came. Then the prairie flowers bloomed and McClellan Creek ran full, and the pastures turned to brilliant Kelly green. And that 1st of May our old mare Dixie foaled, with 4 white socks, a pretty yellow coat. And with pride we watched him grow until now he's 10 years old. But he never has replaced Bandito Go. Bandito Go. Think of all the mighty rivers we have crossed and all the mountains that we've climbed. Bandito Go. Think of all the outlaw bands we have captured single-handed in our mind. Well, it's my turn to ride, my horse is in chute 5. And I've checked my rein and pulled my saddle tight. We're out in Idaho at the Twin Falls Rodeo. I've drawn the outlaw horse, Bandito Go. Bandito Go. Think of all the mighty rivers we have crossed and all the mountains that we've climbed. Bandito Go. Think of all the outlaw bands we have captured single-handed in our mind. Bandito Go. Think of all the mighty rivers we have crossed and all the mountains that we've climbed. Bandito Go. Think of all the outlaw bands we have captured single-handed in our mind. Bandito Go.
bit of Texas song. There's a yellow rose in Texas I'm going home to see. Though other men have held her, her heart belongs to me.
You've traveled down some dusty roads, slept out in the rain, but this yellow rose is always here when you come home again.
She knows I've done some hard times.
You stumbled and you fell, I just kept your pride from dying.
You saved my soul from hell.
She's the diamond of the desert, she's the golden flower of spring, she's the yellow rose of Texas, she can make a man a king.
I gotta say, this is the most talented group of people I've sang in front of all night. There's a yellow rose in Texas, she knows the dues I paid, and I'm going home to tell her I wish I'd never strayed.
You couldn't see beyond yourself, your pain and wounded pride, but now you know the truth is in the way you feel inside.
She knows I've done some hard times.
You stumbled and you fell, I just kept your pride from dying,
And you saved my soul from hell. She's a diamond of the desert,
she's the golden flower of spring, she's the yellow rose of Texas, she can make a man a king. Yes, the yellow rose of Texas,
she can make a man a king.
I was born and raised in the sand hills of West Texas, in a land where the grass gets only beer can tall. That's where I learned to cuss and fight and chew workhorse tobacco back at Grease Windmills before I was 5 years old. I rode every head of stock from the Gulf to Kansas City, and running wild was all I've ever known. But this cowboy's got a weakness, tight Levi's and yellow ribbons. There's something about 'em I can't leave alone. Tight Levi's and yellow ribbons make a cowboy swim a river. Right before he jumps, he knows his way too wide. They'll make him throw a saddle on a bronc he's never seen, and one he knows he'll never break to ride. I met one at a rodeo in Douglas, Arizona, and I drawed the rankest bull a man can draw. But I rode him tall and I marked him high, and when I beat the whistle, well, the crowd went wild, but she was all I saw. That night we had a beer or two with friends of mine from Dallas. She smiled and said she loved a Texas draw. So I felt like Roy Rogers did in all them cowboy movies, 'cause I became the hero, got the money, girl, and all. Tight Levi's and yellow ribbons make a cowboy swim a river. Right before he jumps, he knows his way too wide. They'll make him throw a saddle on a bronc he's never seen, and one he knows he'll never break to ride. Yes, they'll make him throw a saddle on a bronc he's never seen, and one he knows he'll never break to ride.
Buffalo roam in Yellowstone, through valleys green where rivers flow, pure waterfalls from mountains high, and rocky peaks hold winter's snow. Her moon shines down on old Bombay, Beijing, Times Square, and San Jose. A starry sky, her canopy, her moonlight rays feel warm to me.
Yellowstone, Yellowstone,
majestic earthly throne.
Yellowstone, Yellowstone,
a cowboy's home, sweet home. Her golden moon shines all around, reminding me to leave this town. Her moonlight always points the way. This cowboy's coming home to stay.
Yellowstone, Yellowstone,
majestic earthly throne.
Yellowstone, Yellowstone,
a cowboy's home, sweet home.
Yellowstone, Yellowstone,
this cowboy's coming home.
This next song goes out to Mr. Nash from Wichita Falls, Texas. My good friend, Mr. Rocky Marlowe. Cheap bourbon, whiskey, and pearl snap shirts are two things that stay the same. So when the world starts spinning and your head hurts, there's a cheap bourbon, whiskey, and pearl snap shirt. Yeah, the shade tree mechanic is a dinosaur. You can't cuss, you can't smoke, or spit on the floor. And don't you hit on a woman, cause she might sue. You can't buy beer in this state past 2. But that cheap bourbon, whiskey, and pearl snap shirts are two things that stay the same. So when the world starts spinning and your head hurts, there's a cheap bourbon, whiskey, and pearl snap shirt. Well, now Buddha is legal, but Jesus ain't. The saints are all sinners and the sinners are saints. And it's not how you play, it's the final score. They don't show MASH on the tube anymore. Cheap bourbon, whiskey, and pearl snap shirts are two things that stay the same. So when the world starts spinning and your head hurts, there's a cheap bourbon, whiskey, and pearl snap shirts. All right, Mr. Watt. Well, now your lovers usually leave at the drop of a ring, and daddy doesn't smile when a mockingbird sings. The kids are in school, but they're all packing a gun. The losers live forever and the good die young. The cheap bourbon, whiskey, and pearl snap shirts are two things that stay the same. So when the world starts spinning and your head hurts, there's a cheap bourbon, whiskey, and pearl snap shirt. Yeah, the stars are all falling out of the sky. The doors are all locked and the bottle is dry. So pass me the pipe and sing me a song. The pipe is cashed out, we'll just load up a bong. Is that cheap bourbon whiskey and pearl snap shirts are two things that stay the same. So when the world starts spinning and your head hurts, there's a cheap bourbon whiskey and pearl snap shirts. Cheap bourbon whiskey and pearl snap shirts.
I grew up a dream of being a cowboy and loving the cowboy ways, pursuing the life of my high-riding heroes. Well, I burned up my childhood days. I learned all the rules of a modern-day drifter. Well, don't you hold on to nothing too long. Just take what you need from the ladies and leave them with the words of a sad country song. The heroes have always been cowboys, still are, it seems, sadly in search of one stepping back of themselves in their slow-moving dreams. Cowboys are special with their own brand of misery from being alone too long. He could die in the cold, in the arms of a nightmare, knowing well his best days are gone. Picking up hookers instead of my pen, I let the words of my youth fade away. An worn out saddle, worn out memories, and no one and no place to stay. My heroes have always been cowboys, they still are, it seems, sadly in search of and one stepping back of themselves and their slow-moving dreams. Sadly in search of and one stepping back of themselves and their slow-moving dreams. me back to my boots and my saddle. Let me see the general store, and let me ride the range once more. Give me my boots and my saddle. Let me ramble out on the prairie. Roping steers on the old Bar X with my buddies Slim and Tex. Give me my boots and my saddle. I got a hankering to be with a banjo on my knee, strumming a pretty western tune. There's a gal in Cherokee waiting there for me, waiting 'neath the Texas moon. Take me back to my boots and my saddle. Let me greet each blazing morn on the range where I was born. Give me my boots and my saddle. I've got a hankering to be with a banjo on my knee, strumming a pretty western tune. There's a gal in Cherokee waiting there for me, waiting 'neath the Texas moon. Take me back to my boots and my saddle. Let me greet each blazing morn on the range where I was born. Give me my boots and my saddle.
born and raised in the sand hills of West Texas, in a land where the grass gets only beer can talk. That's where I learned to cuss and fight and chew workhorse tobacco. I could grease windmills before I was 5 years old. I rode every head of stock from the Gulf to Kansas City, and running wild was all I've ever known. This cowboy's got a weakness, tight Levi's and yellow ribbons. There's something about him I can't leave alone. Tight Levi's and yellow ribbons make a cowboy swim a river. Right before he jumps, he knows his way too wide. They'll make him throw a saddle on a bronc he's never seen, and one he knows he'll never break the ride. I met one at a rodeo in Douglas, Arizona, and I drawed the rankest bull a man can draw. But I rode him tall and I marked him high, and when I beat the whistle, well, the crowd went wild, but she was all I saw. And at night we had a beer or two with friends of mine from Dallas. She smiled and said she loved a Texas draw. So I felt like Roy Rogers did in all them cowboy movies, 'cause I became the hero, got the money, girl, and all. Tight Levi's and yellow ribbons make a cowboy swim a river. Right before he jumps, he knows his way too wide. They'll make him throw a saddle on a bronc he's never seen, and one he knows he'll never break to ride. Yes, they'll make him throw a saddle on a bronc he's never seen, and one he knows he'll never break to ride. It's mid-July, the year that I was 10. That summer dust glowed red in Texas skies. Day and night the hot wind blows, but what I remember most was a look I can't forget in Daddy's eyes. He said the yellow coat's our first one, and I know 2 long years we both have watched him grow. But the pastures all have died and McClellan creeks run dry, and son, I've got to sell Bandito Gold. Bandito Gold, think of all the mighty rivers we've crossed and all the mountains we've climbed. Bandito Gold, think of all the outlaw bands that we've captured single-handed in our mind. Thank the Lord that spring we got the rain, with thunderstorms and buckets full it came. Then the prairie flowers bloomed and McClellan Creek ran full, and the pastures turned a brilliant Kelly green. Then the 1st of May our old mare Dixie foaled, 4 white socks, a pretty yellow coat. With pride we watched him grow until now he's 10 years old, but he never can replace Bandito Gold. Bandito Gold, think of all the mighty rivers we've crossed and all the mountains we've climbed. Bandito Gold, think of all the outlaw bands that we've captured single-handed in our mind. It's my turn to ride my horses and shoot 5, and I've checked the rein and pulled my saddle tight. Way out in Idaho at the Twin Falls Rodeo, I've drawed the outlaw horse, Bandito Gold. Bandito Gold, think of all the mighty rivers we've crossed and all the mountains we've climbed. Bandito Gold, think of all the outlaw bands that we've captured single-handed in our mind. Bandito Gold, think of all the mighty rivers we've crossed and all the mountains we've climbed. Bandito Gold, think of all the outlaw bands that we've captured single-handed in our mind.
you ever seen a snow-capped mountain that reaches up to the sky? Have you ever been among green pine trees while a river keeps rolling by?